Welcome to the Seller Roundtable e-commerce coaching and business strategies with Andy Arnott and Amy Wees.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Andy Arnott, and this is Seller Roundtable number 23 with my co-host,
Amy Wees.
And we are super excited to have Meghla Bhardwaj on with us today, and I think I got it. Woohoo! That was
You forgot the "j" at the end. It's Meghla Bhardwaj.
Okay. Well, I got it close. I'm proud that I got it close.
Yes.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much for having me, Andy and Amy.
Yay! We're so excited to have Meghla here on our podcast with us today. I met Meghla in China when I was there for Canton Fair. During the 125th Canton Fair. And Meghla was kind of running things for Global Sources Summit, which happens in Hong Kong. And so, she was at all the happening parties and everything like that. And I was excited to get to meet her. And so, Meghla's got some cool stuff going on. And she is happy to talk to us today about sourcing from India. And I know with everything that is going on with the China tariffs and everything like that, and just in general, it's really great to find out about sourcing from other countries. So, it's great to source from the United States. It's great to source from China, from Taiwan. There's tons of really great places to source from, and India is one of them. So Meghla is here today to talk to us about that. Meghla, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your journey leading up to becoming an entrepreneur?
Sure, absolutely. So I've actually been working in the sourcing industry for about 19 years now. I started my career in India, and I worked there for about 3 years. Then I moved to the Philippines. I was there for about 3 years. And then I moved to China, where I lived for almost 10 years. And then I'm currently based in Singapore. I've been here for about 4 years. So for most of my career, I've actually worked with global sources. And I've done various things for global sources. So when I was in China, for example, I helped produce research reports for them. And these were basically 150 page reports on how specific products were manufactured in China. And so my team and I, we visited, hundreds of factories. We talked to factory owners, and we, audited or visited the factories and the assembly lines. And we got a real close look at how various products were manufactured in China. And that's how I got an understanding of how manufacturing and exports work, and what are the things that really affect product quality and product price, and how do suppliers cut corners, all of those things. So that was a lot of good experience for me. And then about 3 years ago, I started organizing this e-commerce conference for Global Sources called Global Sources Summit in Hong Kong. And with that conference, I've gotten a good understanding of what e-commerce sellers who are sourcing products from India or China specifically, what their challenges are and what their needs are. And then, about a year ago, with the U.S. tariffs and everything on Chinese products, there was interest in sourcing from alternative markets. And, because I'm of Indian origin, some sellers came up to me and said, "Hey, can you help us source from India? You must know somebody there. You're Indian." And I was like, okay. But I mean, I had worked in India for a couple of years, and I know how things work there. So then I said, okay, let me try. And then I tried helping a few people. And then, that's how the idea of this trip was born. I thought that, there's not a lot of information available about how to source from India. And there is definitely a lot of opportunity for e-commerce sellers, but because the barrier to entry is high, there's not a lot of information available, and it's not suppliers are not easy to find, for example. So maybe this is maybe a trip would be great for people who want to source from India, because they can go there right to the source and see for themselves all of the products that are available to source from India. So that's how this trip was born. And then, I started my own venture. Basically, this month was the first. This is the first month that I'm officially an entrepreneur. So it's pretty exciting.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's scary and exciting and like everything all at once. So that's so cool that you're going through that right now, and you're going to be able to look back on this in a year and go, oh yeah, that was a piece of cake.
Thanks for tuning in. Join us every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for live Q&A and bonus content after the recording at SellerRoundtable.com. Sponsored by the ultimate software tool for Amazon sales and growth, SellerSEO.com and AmazingAtHome.com.